look, it's your special day.
It's your special day.
It's my saddest day.
Oh, I know. She climbed a mountain and screamed her way into our hearts. She brought Joan Rivers back to life, and it's our special day, Jimbo.
Hey, Bailey. Hooray.
It is so lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too.
And this is fun. We get a different Jimbo. We get confessional Jimbo.
That's right. Yeah, I was just exhausted and I am so sad and I'm so excited, but I just had to get up and I just wanted to be me. And this is another version of me, and I love being in drag and I love putting my drag on, but today I was just feeling like I need to be Jimbo, the boy Jimbo. And so yeah, I'm doing my confessional look.
Nice.
And I've got all my looks here from the show, or some of them anyways, behind me.
Yeah, this is great. It's almost like an episode of What You Packing. I can be your, oh wait, I know. There, now I can be Michelle Visage for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've got your Celine Dion look in the back room. In the background, we've got the denim tuxedo. Yeah. You're all in the family. Oh, and we've also got your first time in drag look. Oh, there's everything.
Here's my special day dress. I only wore this briefly, but this is it's sort of a reproduction of the Nomi Malone one from what's that one that's really funny? Showgirls.
Okay.
She wears that one. It's all shimmy, and then this one's my, the look from the pageant.
Jeffrey's favorite dress.
Jeffrey's favorite dress. Yeah, he asked me to marry him in it.
Oh,
you're Jeffrey.
Can I be your flower girl?
Yes. Yeah.
Yay. So clearly a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings for today. So how did you kind of mentally, emotionally prepare for this week and for this episode?
I didn't at all. I thought that I was going to win. I somehow wanted to believe it so badly. And so I did think somehow maybe it would just change somehow by the magic of TV. And so I didn't prepare. So I was shocked as well and sad, and I didn't want to go home, and I didn't want it to be over that like that, but I'm so grateful and I had so much fun. And so yeah, I didn't prepare, so I should have prepared, but I'm a clown, and the clown is all about immediacy. It's about truth in the moment. And so I try not to really think too far ahead. And so yeah, I was on stage actually watching at the viewing party, and that was sort of, I didn't really think about how that would feel, which was super intense and emotional. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize I was gonna feel this. And I'm on stage and this is so intense. And I bawled my eyes out. And my makeup melted away, but Alona was there and she fixed it. She was such an amazing sister and so kind. And my brother was there, and I had my partner Brady, and the whole community. And Victoria is such a beautiful community of love and support. I have so many fans and so much love and so much support here, not just from the show, but from my 13 years of living here. The community here has been so kind to me. So yeah.
Oh, well, that's good that you've got some people there. You've got a soft place to land.
Yeah.
And just so much love. Like, you kind of predicted the future in last night's episode when you're all getting ready and you're talking about who's cheering for you. And you were joking like, oh, Victoria, Vancouver Island, the world. But really, the fandom really has come to love you. You have blown up online. It's incredible to see just the reception.
Yeah, it's really, really amazing. I was joking at that time because, they did say, who's rooting for you? And I thought about it, and I was like, well, my friends and my family, and I guess, well, probably Victoria, and well, I guess probably BC, and then if I think about it, well, maybe the entire country. And there, everyone at the time was just like, fuck you, and like, what are you talking about? You've got so you've got thousands of people, and I was like, well, I have maybe. I hope so. I think so. And so it was beyond my wildest dreams and imagination that I would connect and resonate with so many people and be shown so much love and support from all around the world.
Yeah, it's been incredible. I remember when we spoke just when the Meet the Queens was announced, you had like a few thousand followers on Instagram, and now 202,000. Like that's almost the population of Greater Victoria. You could start your own Victoria with all these fans.
Oh yeah, little Jimboville. Yeah, it's wild. It's absolutely wild. It's, you know, my dream is to connect with people. My dream is to be a conduit for love, for joy, for expression. Um, I want to share my gifts and my love with this world. And so knowing that I have that ability, I'm so grateful.
Yeah, it's definitely your energy, how genuine you were. You brought something so unique to the competition, and of course, the fans responded to that. And especially for those of us that are weirdos that grew up kind of on the outskirts, feeling kind of not comfortable in their skin or with themselves, having someone like you on the show to be like, yeah, as soon as you start loving yourself and just being you, like there's nothing but success and there's nothing but joy on the other side of that. So it's been so great to have you as a part of this cast.
Yeah, it's been amazing, amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And you had an amazing run. But hey, is there at least a little bit of a silver lining not being in next week's episode? Because it's a dancing challenge and you did not have fun with choreo during the girl group challenge earlier in the season.
Yeah, you know, I have been in a music video before and I love turning it out. I love seeing, you know, what I can do and how I can rise to an occasion. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is there a silver lining? The silver lining is that I got to be on a show, I guess. I wanted to be in that next show. I wanted to be in that number. I wanted to win that show. It's really hard when that's your drive and your mission and you want it so badly to go, I'm gonna be a grown up and I'm gonna put on a smile and I'm gonna say yes and I don't care and I'm so happy and it's such a fun and I didn't want to win. I want to kick and scream and cry and I want to be there. I want to. And that is my drive and that is me as an artist. That's where I saw myself. That's where I want to go. And I'm trying so hard to be gracious and happy and to be all of those things. And I'm going to do that as soon as I have some breakfast. But it's hard. It is so hard when your dream is so close and then you're in your dream and, you know, there's so many facets of the dream and, you know, I won in so many ways, but, you know, there's something about achieving the dream and the goal that you had in mind when you set it out on a journey that getting there is so important. So I got to a different place, which I love so much and I'm so grateful for, but yes, I am definitely feeling all of the feelings around this. Yeah.
Absolutely, and those feelings are valid, and I appreciate your honesty with how you're feeling today. So, if the opportunity came up to come back for a season of All Stars, would you accept that invitation?
100%. Yeah. You know, working in film and theater here, I spent a lot of time behind the scenes, doing things, making costumes. You know, I was Jewel's personal assistant for a while, her personal costumer, you know,
Oh,
carrying her umbrella and fetching her things. And, you know, I was carrying people's coats and holding things for people. And, you know, all that time I just was thinking, I want to be the star. I want someone to hold my stuff. I want someone to go get me stuff. I want to do, you know, I want to be the one in the trailer that's, you know, having the good time and with all the machine around them. And so this was that moment to go there and to be given the space and the tools and the platform to thrive and to make art and to share my message is the dream of a lifetime. And anyone, you know, that has the opportunity to go and to be supported and to be encouraged and to be given the tools to be showcased. yeah, I mean, I would never turn it down. It is such an amazing journey to want it so bad, to try so hard, to make it happen, to go there and to do so well. And so yeah, it would be my dream to do it all over again.
Well, I hope that'll happen, especially now, because now the fans are kind of throwing around the idea maybe there'll be like an international All Stars. It could be Canadian, the American, the UK Queens. Hey, maybe even some from Drag Race Thailand. Who knows? But
Yeah.
it would be lovely to see you on our TVs again. And there is such a great community of drag in Victoria. Is there anyone, any drag queens, kings, non-binary performers you'd like to see on future seasons of Canada's Drag Race?
Yeah, well, I of course would always love to see my good girl Vivian Vanderpuss. She's a local artist, Mackenzie, who does amazing drag and has been doing some of my makeup for my interviews and photo shoots, and has been in some of the videos with me. And they're an amazing performer and a fierce drag queen, and they have a lot of talent and drive, and I would love to see her on the show. As far as drag queens from across the country, there's so many talented people in this country, and there's so much room for all different kinds of drag, and I would love to see, yeah, just more diverse kinds of drag on Drag Race and Drag Race Canada. But I think this season was such an amazing showcase of all these different types of pageantry, and clownery, and people looking so feminine and beautiful in sort of a more conventional way, and other people looking more sort of bizarre. Yeah, it was just a whole gamut of all of it, and I loved just seeing all the different varieties of expression.
Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see what happens next, and what we can see differently as the show maybe deviates from RuPaul's Drag Race to become its own entity. Let's get into some questions. I have some here from Twitter. Did you steal anything from the workroom before you came home?
I did, yes. I stole a little rainbow pinata that was from my paper box. I, you know, my apartment, as you can see, my loft here is filled with all kinds of things. And so, going back to my hotel room was so strange. I had no treasures. I had no sparkly things. I had no things with faces. I love little faces. I love old things. So I had nothing. And I just like, pleaded with them, like, can I please take anything to my hotel room with some color in it or a scrap of something sparkly? And so I had to just like sneak out bits like a little crow, and I made beside my alarm clock a little shrine of smart sparkly things. And the cleaning lady was really kind, and she always like cleaned around it, and I'm sure she thought, what the hell is this weird little shrine by the alarm clock? And so yeah, and I also I took a cue card from my Joan Rivers, which that was an iconic moment for me, and no one knows that. I just told you right now, so everyone knows that. But I don't actually have that. I didn't actually take it. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Nice. Oh, that's another thing. When you guys are in downtime and you're in the hotel room, what did you do to kind of pass the time between shoot days?
Well, we basically shot every day, and there was only within the entire time frame 2 days off.
Wow.
And so those 2 days went very quickly, and you just slept. We weren't allowed to have any communication with the outside world. They really want to keep the whole thing a surprise for the big reveal, and so they do everything in their power to really keep the surprise, keep the queens, and keep everything so that's saved for on the show. So in our hotel room, there really wasn't anything. I didn't have a TV. I didn't have my phone. I don't. You can't call anyone. You can't go anywhere. You can't leave. You can't. So you just. I just moisturized. I laid it a towel. There was a beam of light, and I laid it a towel in my beam of light, and I pretended I was on a beach, and I rubbed lotion on my legs a lot. I was like, I guess I'll just moisturize again. I decided for some bizarre reason, I thought it was a good idea to wax my entire body before I went. Not a good idea. If you've never waxed before and you're a big hairy man with hair everywhere, waxing them all off with sensitive skin at this at the same time was not good, and my entire body rashed right out.
No.
And so it was a nightmare. I was so smooth, but so irritated all over my body.
Oh man.
And so, yeah, I guess it's not really the cutest vision. But anyways, as soon as I got there, they were like, here's some exfoliator. And I was like, how did you know? And they're like, we've seen your Instagram. Thanks a lot. So then, it was a lot of that, sitting in my hotel room and exfoliating.
And also probably picking at ingrown hairs too. Just
Oh, yeah.
life.
All looking in the mirror, being like, will I ever go back to normal? Do I look pretty now?
Oh my gosh. Um, all right, another question here. Why do you think double Shantays did not happen this season? There was some incredible lip syncs. Why do you think there weren't any double saves?
Because the double save is something that needs to be worked into the season. You have to plan ahead for a double save. Like in terms of the production, you've got to think about how that's going to roll out, because you have to have either a queen you're going to bring back, and then you have to deal with all of that. So I think that this first season was really like, let's just get this happening. Let's get this here. And then I imagine, something like The Untucked was also nestled in the show. And there are certain elements of the show that will require more funding and bigger production that come later on. And so I think things like that, those extras, are things that come down the road. But that's me just speaking about stuff I probably shouldn't. I don't know why that there wasn't a double Shantae. I think that it would have been great if there was.
Yeah, I guess it gives room for more in the show. It gives more chances for things to kind of stay exciting for the upcoming seasons, and to build it. Because if they did everything right out the box, right, but just like a regular season of Drag Race, like what's the fun in that? Like where's the surprise in it as well?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, if you could lip sync with anybody from the cast, who would you lip sync with?
Alona. I love Alona so much. My sister Alona is so kind and so beautiful. And, she's been coming over from Vancouver to be here and to support us and to support her. And we have a really beautiful friendship. And, last night was so difficult for me. And she was so kind and there for me, you know, which was amazing. And I bonded with her even more. It was so deep for her to be there with me during that, which was so painful, and to have her. So yeah, I would love to lip sync with Alona, and she's an incredible performer, and yeah, it would be fun to just emote with her and share the stage and let's fantasy.
Well, we would love to see it. Hopefully we can see that from you soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Another
Yeah.
question here. Having Michelle Visage on the show to judge, how was it being judged by her? And did you get any chance to talk to her outside of the main stage critiques?
No, so the judges and everything were kept very sequestered away from them. So the only time we saw Michelle was when we got on the stage, and I even tried to like peek at her through those beads at the back, and they were like, "Hey, Jimbo, keep moving, keep walking, get going, off you get." And I'm like, "Oh, I just want to, there she is." Like, "Hey, hey, hey, hands to the sides, keep going, keep walking." I know it sounds like I was in jail, but they're much sweeter than that. I was just joking, but they really didn't want us lingering and fangirling, because I would have stayed there and looked at her and tried to wave and be like, so they didn't want that. So they just kept us moving. And they also wanted to channel that fear and that excitement and hold it inside of us until we were on the camera on the stage. So if we saw her and sort of burst all that excitement off camera, it wouldn't have translated. So they really tried to keep all of our experience and our reactions and everything that we felt in those moments. They wanted to capture it and to share that. So the only time I saw her was on the runway, and it was an iconic privilege to be there and performing in front of her, and to be critiqued by Michelle. And it's a rite of passage for drag queens that have had the chance to be on Drag Race. To be read by Michelle is legendary, and They only showed one of her critiques, which didn't really apply to that challenge and was kind of like, what? But the other critiques that they didn't show, she was really kind and really saw who I was and what I was trying to do, and gave me a lot of encouraging advice and a lot of support. And so, yeah, I took away a lot from that.
Oh, that's great. Of your 3 looks in the ball challenge, which one was your favorite that you wore?
I would say my one that was the walk of shame, this coat here.
Ooh, oh my gosh. That's incredible.
I love this look.
Are we going to see you wearing that in downtown Victoria, just going down Government Street?
Yes, you will. Yeah, actually, I got these. These are rugs from Chinson Company up the road.
Oh, that's amazing.
I bought 5 Tibetan lambskin rugs, and I made a coat. 5 or 6, I can't remember.
That's incredible. Your mind, just to see anything and be like, I'm going to wear that. That's clothes. Oh, that is so incredibly cool. I did also notice your final look, a lot of similarities between that and your Meet the Queens look. Was that an intentional parallel?
Yeah, I wanted to kind of, at the time I envisioned me going into the top 3. And so I thought it would be, there was a parallel already between the Queen of the North theme and the Ice Queen theme. And I didn't bring that Queen of the North character into the show. It was sort of my first look at who I was. And so I thought it would be kind of a fun nod to that character. And I also thought it would be cool to embody that character and carry that into the top 3 as I ascend to the crown. But, it didn't go that way, and it ended up being the look that I was eliminated in. And that look was really hard to move in. My crown was, really cumbersome, and it was all tied into that hair, and the dress, I didn't have a chance to hem it, and my boots were sticking to the applique I put on it. And so it was just sort of like this perfect storm of, this is not a performance look. It's a stand around and look pretty and, be a queen look. And so that's what I had intended to just stand around looking pretty, being a queen. I didn't really intend on lip syncing for my life in that look. Unfortunately, I wish I could go back and I would have made something where I could have been more prepared to be in the bottom. I wasn't prepared to do that. I didn't think that was where my story was going. So
Yeah, that's fair. You could have stolen the scissors from Rita and just like cut it off. That was a surprise during the lip sync.
it was, yeah, she was clever. We didn't have any time between the filming of the Untucked and going back to the main stage, where you usually would prepare or practice your lip sync, or if you're going to hide a wig or do a gag or reveal. This was the only time where we were not given any time to prepare beforehand. We were just sent directly to the runway. And so I wasn't given any opportunity to practice the words or to hear the song or to do anything about my outfit. Rita just happened to grab those scissors on our way out, and good for her. I wish I had grabbed something else to put on my head on the way out, but that's what happens.
It is what it is. You kind of just have to release it at this point, because if you keep focusing on that, like, you'll drive yourself crazy just thinking about all those kind of what ifs.
Oh yeah.
But at least we get to see you in next week's episode. I know you can't share too much, but can you give any sort of idea about how the reunion moment went?
It was so fun to see each other. Everyone was so excited to reunite after that process. And it was also a good opportunity to see everybody's, higher self. Someone like Juicebox, we only saw her in 2 looks, her entrance one, that sort of fallen angel one, and that little shirt with the CD on it. And so it was nice that she had the opportunity to come back and show her highest self, and her, not her highest self, but one of them, her presenting so beautifully, and seeing us all, coming back after being eliminated, and that whole process of, you know, the roller coaster of I'm on my way up and then that down to you go home, and then, you know, it's your chance to come back and show that you're strong and show that you're happy and show that you are excited and, you know, just look how you want to. And so that I loved that we all got to do that together.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that next week. So Jimbo, what's next for you? You got any big ambitious plans going forward?
I do. I really do. Yeah, we have, as you know, we have this beautiful studio here in Victoria, in Chinatown. And so we have been hosting events and shows here and creating looks and all those things for many, many years. And so now we are planning on having a show called the House of Jimbo Show. And we've taken over the space beside us, which is a commercial space that we're hoping to turn into a little small venue where we can have some small shows. And the idea is to film kind of like a sketch comedy show that has a bit of a live audience. It's kind of reminiscent of Pee-wee's Playhouse, kind of like, you know, try to channel some of the polka dot door and some of those, you know, some of our nostalgic kids shows, but then to frame them within the adult content and, you know, drag and clown, and sort of have a crossover show that appeals to many people and sort of has a sense of humor that's kind of wild. And so that's the dream, is to have a show of my own with my characters and my friends and a live audience.
Oh, that sounds incredible. I cannot wait to see that.
Yeah, we're launching a Kickstarter. I'll send you the link if you want to.
Yes, please do. I would love to share that. Would love to do that. And also let me know when the tickets become available. I would love to be in
Yes, you are coming. I was so happy to see you at the show last week. I was so happy. I was like, Bailey! And talking to you today, you made me cry. It's something about talking to someone from my own city here that, you know, it was emotional. I really like you a lot. I love your support. You know, of all the support I've gotten, you have been such a champion of mine, and I'm so grateful for that. And so, yeah, talking today has been really special.
Oh, Jimbo, thank you so much. I've been so thankful to be able to talk to you, to talk to all of the queens and just be a part of this, and just so incredibly proud to have you as a Victoria Queen. Your light, your energy, just what you bring into this world and what you bring into the scene and the community here in Victoria is incredible.
Thank you.
Now you're gonna make me cry. There's gonna be so many feelings today.
Eat in bed with a box of tissues.
Oh gosh, this is the fact that you're like only a couple blocks away. I'm like, I just want to give you a hug and tell you everything's okay.
Yeah. I went crazy in the dressing room last night. That was funny. I'm glad no one saw that. I went mental.
Oh boy. Well, before I let you go, do you have any final words, any final thoughts you'd like to share with the fans?
My final thoughts are, I am so grateful. I love all of the fans. I love all of the support. I want to send my love to the judges. I want to send my love to all of my other queens and the show. And I want to remind people to spread love and to share love and to support the other queens and to support the show through positivity, through encouragement, and to save any sort of bullying or any of those sort of really harsh negative comments. Just keep them to yourself or send them to your junk folder, you know, write them and then send them to the trash. Just keep in mind that this is all of our dream come true. The judges, you know, Jeffrey, this is his dream come true as well. And, you know, it's been really hard on many of us to be open and to be so excited and then to be met with, you know, some hate or some, you know, some harshness. It's really hard when all of this came from a place of love. So I just want to remind everyone to share the love and be kind, and that's important.
Yes, very well said. Well, thank you so much, Jimbo. We love you.
I love you.
Go get yourself some breakfast and stay true north, strong and fierce.
I will. Well, hello, it's Jimbo from Canada's Drag Race, and thank you so much for watching this video, and remember to click below to like and subscribe.